I was thinking about your wrinkles in your
Okay.
head.
This one?
Yeah, that makes you very knowledgeable. Why is that?
You talking about my brain?
Yeah. I'm talking about your brain.
Well, thank you.
Why are you very knowledgeable? Why do you have so many wrinkles, my bro?
I was born this way.
That's good. That's good to be born with all those wrinkles, And I'm
I was also born with lots of wrinkles. I look like a raisin.
like Benjamin Button.
I've never seen Benjamin's butt.
You never seen? Oh, okay. I
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Web Show. We got Topaz with us again.
Again.
Our special guest. He's always special
That's
to
right.
me.
That's right.
Now we're excited because today we're gonna have kind of a fun episode, and I'm gonna do the same thing
man.
like last time, where I'm just gonna look at you in the camera because it looks a little better on camera.
Okay.
We submitted something. In hindsight, this might end up being a real bad idea.
Yeah.
This might be a real bad idea, but let's tell the
We
viewers.
will see.
We decided to submit surveys to our wives
Mm-hmm.
that they had to answer completely honestly, so that we can find
Completely.
out what they really think about us. And we're going to share that with you people on the internet because we have really, really bad decision-making skills. Let's do it!
Let's do it, bro.
All right, so first off, basically how this is going to work, well, that I think will be the most effective. I have them here so that we both can see them. And I don't remember even how many questions there were, but I imagine we'll just go through the list.
Okay.
And then my wife is here at the top, and then yours is the second one.
Okay.
And we'll just read. Let's take turns, I guess, reading each question. And then what I'm kind of thinking is that I will present to you what your wife said,
Okay.
and you can present to me what my wife said. That way, we'll be in a position to be able to talk
Are we
about
gonna
it.
use like wife?
Does your wife have an alias?
Like wife voices?
I mean, I'm not, because I really enjoy being married, and so I'm not gonna do that. But I mean, does your wife listen to the show?
She definitely listened to this
Yeah.
episode here.
I'm gonna recommend that you just use your best judgment here. You use your best judgment.
You gotta be
I keep
careful.
looking
Be
down,
careful.
and this bill like messes up my camera, and then it stops like focusing on me. So there we go. I need that to get with it. There we go. And then I bumped it. Anyway, let's get started. So I'll go ahead and kick us off. The first question asked to our wives was,
What is your name?
but I'm not going to share that one. I don't want to dox them. That was just so I could know which one was which. What is your husband's most attractive physical trait? Does your wife have an alias that we can refer to her as? Or would she want to be referred to like what everybody calls her? Like mine is Mermaid, which... Yeah.
I can't remember it.
All right.
Hello.
Miss Topaz.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Lady Topaz. Lady To.
It's
No.
like
I don't like that. Lady Topaz. You figure it out. In the meantime, she said she gave 2. I asked for 1 most attractive
My wife
physical
just loves
trait.
me.
Apparently so, because it's your eyes and your smile. Show the camera. Show the camera. Let me. Yeah. Get up in there.
I'm breaking my glasses.
And your smile. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ladies, he's taken. Stop it. Stop it. Get under control. Anyway. No. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. That's pretty self-explanatory. I didn't get to responses to my question. So you still over there figuring out what your wife's name is, huh?
Well,
Pamela.
Well,
I can't think of another female name apparently.
looks like she's a millennial mom.
Millennial mom. I'm not going to refer to her as mom.
That's on it. Well, I mean, she is a mom.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Just say millennial.
Eminem.
Eminem.
Eminem? Sure.
Or you can use your little Animal Crossing kind of deal thing.
I'd like to take this opportunity to issue a formal apology to my friend's wife because we don't know what to call you. But I'm glad and we're grateful that you took the time to answer this survey. And
who is Miss Topaz?
Miss Topaz? Who is? Do you know Topaz? We should do that. I wonder if they'd be. Do you think she would ever come on a show and we could do like the classic like girlfriend interview style thing? You think she'd ever be on the show?
Possibly.
Hey,
we've done like recordings with friends before, so she might be.
Well, let us know if that's something you want to see in the chat, guys. And if you're listening to this, Miss Topaz, we're extending a formal invitation to you to come on to an episode, and we'll just have some conversations. Or, oh my gosh, it could be funny. It could be really funny if we had them come on and like talk about gaming news. Have you ever seen the YouTube channel Girlfriend Reviews? It's literally like a girlfriend. She's his wife now, but it was a girl who started reviewing games that her husband was playing that he was really into and wanted to play. She didn't understand games and never really done anything, so she would leave reviews about if it was a good game or not. That we could do something in that vein, and that could be really funny. I need this thing to quit trying to autofocus. That could be funny. There's some potential there.
I would watch it.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, so your eyes and your smile. That's your wife, Miss Topaz's favorite thing.
Well, thank you, guys. Well, let's see. Mermaid said the thing about you is your eyes.
Yeah, it's true. Look at this. Look at that. Focus.
Oh.
It got really dark when I did that, though. All right, that was a bad idea. The focus on this thing is like being wonky. I wonder if I bumped to the autofocus or something on the back.
So it's not the abs or the muscles or the
it's not that
the beer belly
gamer
which
bods.
We don't drink.
That's true.
Well, yeah. But it's the eyes and
it's
the
the eyes.
smile.
Mm-hmm.
Just beautiful.
It's captivating.
It's the most beautiful thing
Well, it's
on the body.
The
anyway,
first
right?
time I saw her, I was like, "Hey, my eyes are up here." This isn't gonna work. That's fine. I'm glad that we didn't even try. We just did it. Okay. What is? I know. Why don't you? Okay. Are we taking turns with the questions?
Yeah,
Go for it. Go for it.
Question number 2.
Present it to our wives.
Is what is your husband's worst physical trait?
Ooh.
Mermaid said.
Yeah, I know this is coming up. She's a jerk. You hear that? Jerk. Anyway, go ahead.
Mermaid said his hair.
Yep. She means my armpits.
Yeah, nobody likes armpit hairs.
I just looked at Miss Topaz's answer.
Oh my God!
Miss Topaz said,
no!
My husband's worst physical trait.
No!
Maybe his butt.
Well,
hey,
I'll be doing squats. And
this is a family-friendly podcast, but I want you to know I've never once looked at your butt and been like, "Man, needs to work on that." But also, I'm just in full transparency to you, my friend. I've never really looked at your butt. I might now. I don't know if she's right, but
Miss Topaz. Okay. All right.
This is going to go so quick, but I'm already having a good time. I love these fun episodes that we do. What is your husband? All right, so another question. And these are going to get good here, and they actually have some more conversation around them. What is your husband's worst character trait? Ooh, character trait. Miss Topaz said about you that you're very apprehensive and you get worried. Dang.
Guys, you might think that I'm the slowest person in the whole wide world. What's apprehensive?
Let's Google it. Here we go. I got this. Hold on. I'm doing it. Come on, computer. Because I feel like, so I have an idea, but now that we're like on the internet and everything, I have to make for sure. I can't just tell you a word. Anxious or fearful that something bad or unpleasant will happen.
That is so true, guys.
Is it?
Yeah. Just because I want positive things to happen all the time, and I'm always worried that it's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Or something else is going to happen. And that's one reason why I hate going to the doctor. One reason why I don't know. I think because I just grew up in a pretty violent
Dang.
home environment, and I'm not afraid to kind of share that. But
Wow.
but yeah, that probably shaped
I
that
didn't.
side of my brain.
You've definitely shared some of your life and everything with me.
Yeah.
And violence, not the word. And you share as much or as little of this, of course, as you want. We are on the internet. But, like, that's not even the word that I think that you've used to describe things to me before. So, like, not saying that you're wrong. I'm definitely not disagreeing with you. I'm going to fix this little cable. But violent. I didn't know that, man.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm. 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 That's all I can say, guys.
Mm.
There's a lot of crazy things, but there was also a lot of positive things, too. I'm not saying that I grew up in the place where the devil lives or reside, but
New Jersey.
it was a lot of different elements, a lot of different seasons, a lot of different things. But I guess I wouldn't change it for the world, because you grow from that and you learn from that.
Yeah.
And you try to change those things just to make it a whole lot more comfortable, a whole lot different than how you raise your kids and how you want them to grow up in an atmosphere that's so much better than what you grew up in. So I just thank the Lord up above that I guess I had those experiences and have moved on from them and just learning from them. So
Dang. Well, man, I appreciate you sharing that. I feel like that was that definitely got more into like the who is Topaz than I was expecting it to do right off the bat. But that was cool, man. That was, I mean, what the experience isn't cool, but like your willingness to open up.
Because the experience just made me cry. I didn't want to, but I did. That's why I was such a person to just want to be alone and just want to stay in the house, because these children nowadays are crazy. But anyway, question number 4, right?
Well, you didn't tell me what she said about
Oh
me.
gosh, I'm trying to get away from this. Oh my gosh. What is your husband's worst character trait? Mermaid said you are deceitful.
It's true. Let me make a confession to you, Topaz. Bring it in. Bring it in. Remember earlier when I said that I hadn't looked at your butt? What are you doing with your face? I bring the camera back on you and you're just doing stuff.
I was trying to find the right facial structure
Oh, I see.
to make that sound, but I didn't find it.
All right, this is your question.
What is something that your husband always says to you? Mermaid says that you always say. She says that you always say, him's a good boy, referring to our puppy, Moki.
Him is a good boy.
Him is a good boy.
My counter stopped working, so I'm just going to bump it. Him is a good boy, and I do be saying that a lot since we got him. He's pretty good. Miss Topaz said, what we eating? You say what we eating?
What is something that your husband always say to you?
Uh-huh.
I say a lot of things.
Well,
to
what
you,
we eating is apparently
but you chose
the one that
to
has
say,
stuck. Not I love you.
I definitely do say
not you're beautiful. Good morning. No, what we eating?
Because when I get home, I'll be hungry and I'll be like, what we gonna eat? What we eating? And my wife cooks, man. That thing cooks, and I'm just so blessed to have a wife that cooks and that experiments and that just. Oh yeah, one time she did try to make me a vegetarian when I wasn't on that level or in that mindset. She made some. What did she make? She made some. I think it was like some. It was taco something. It was like a mixture of it was like beans and rice and some kind of Mexican pot of something.
Okay.
But she ain't had no meat in it.
So it was just like a vegetarian power bowl from Taco Bell, kind of like that kind of setup. Those are good though.
I was like,
I like meat better, but
I was like, what a meat at? She was like, I wanted to try something and da da da. I was like, you can't. I'm not trying this stuff. That's you. Now I didn't. Of course I ate it. I didn't make her put no meat in it. But yeah, it was a pretty fun. I think we were probably 2 or 3 years in our marriage.
Is this what you're referring to when you say like she experiments and everything? Because
yeah.
I wanted you to elaborate like how she's experimenting in the kitchen and how weird it. What's All right, this isn't the question, but like, what do you think's the weirdest thing she's made? Because I want to know if she's like mixing like I don't like things that don't
Dude,
traditionally go together.
We've been married 8 years. We've been together. Yeah, we've been living together for 8 years. 8 years. And everything she's made has been wonderful
Okay.
and really good. But I'm a wimp to spices, guys.
Okay.
And I mean, there's nothing really weird that she makes. Well, actually, my first time trying quinoa
Okay.
was pretty weird to me, but it was really good. So that was one thing in our old living place that she brought to the table.
So thus far, you've not tried anything that she's had you like make or made for you or anything, and been like, "This is gross."
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, and I think actually asparagus, you know, she introduced me to asparagus.
Does she wrap it in bacon?
Not well. Did she do that one time?
That's how I be liking my asparagus with the
No,
bacon.
I did
on
get
it
it from
Mhm.
what's that store?
I don't know.
Store on West Pine. I'm not West Pine, Broadway or 11.
Is it a grocery store?
Yeah,
Corner market.
but it's also like a meat place next door or something.
You mean on regular 11? You talking about like butcher shop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever that store is. Anyway, they got that. Ooh, I just sounded like Porky. They got that.
That bacon on my asparagus, you know.
Look, I'm thinking
Oh,
about
I
this,
like
and
it.
I'm so happy. I'm so hungry. But guys, I hadn't had bacon in a month.
Oh man. All right. Well, I do be saying him's a good boy.
Him's a
You be
good
doing say
boy.
that. This is the one
What
I've been
is
looking forward to.
this?
Rank your husband's coolness level on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most cool. Your lovely bride said that you are an 8.
I'll take it.
An 8 out of 10. How
Thank
about
you.
that? And then I guess I'll just share mine. For whatever reason, Mermaid, she sneezed and hit the wrong button.
And
and
it
so-
saved without her being able to go back. and
That's
edit
right,
it.
but that's right, because we don't want people to be able to change their answers, So anyway, so she accidentally slipped on her attitude and and hit a 6.
I mean, it's more than a 5, bro.
This is fun. That's true. This is funny because all right, so I gave the option in the next question to elaborate on the above rating, and your wife didn't, but my wife
Oh.
did elaborate on why she gave me that answer, and so this is what she had to say.
Your wife says he thinks he's a 10, which automatically subtracts some cool points. Also, he tries really hard to use slang that only teenagers should ever use.
Listen, we hang out on the internet together, fam. You
Fam,
guys tell me.
fam.
You guys tell me. Y'all hang out with me on the internet. I feel like I'm adequately acting my age, but also not a loser. So like,
Hey.
not gonna like. I'm not gonna be like, this is so hip and groovy, kiddos. I'm not gonna do that. That's nobody talks like that, and language adapts, and then you know what happens to things that don't adapt, or people who don't adapt or change. Those things die. So,
Oh my gosh.
I mean, look at it. If a plant's not changing and growing, it's because it's dead. And so, if language adapts, we have to adapt with it. So, just catch up.
Well, that's what's a word they use nowadays? That's
Lit. And that's actually not even that new anymore.
It's not. That's
I'm guilty of saying bet a lot, but that's just my like quirk. When I agree with something, I'll say bet. I don't know. You're around me. You hear me speak a lot. What is something you think I say a lot? I will confirm Miss Topaz's response of what we eaten, because almost every time you come over here too, until you started like trying to eat a little bit more healthy and everything,
Yeah.
that was the first thing you asked me. Like,
Yeah.
so what you eat today? What we
uh-huh. Golly.
You know it. So I was
Well,
like,
guys, I
yeah,
lost 10 pounds in a month. I'm trying to do
that's
better.
awesome, dude.
Trying to do better.
That's awesome.
My doctor thought that was awesome as well. Thanks, Doc.
But anyway, like, I don't know. What's something I say? What's say? I do say bet. I occasionally say lit.
Honestly,
I
bro,
say let's go a lot. But
I listen to you,
where's this going?
but I don't have wrinkles in my brain
Oh, you exfoliate?
on the memory side of
I
things.
got you. That's all right. All right.
You say he's go back up, go slide up, go.
What am I get?
He's a good boy. Him's a good boy. That's what
I
you
do say him's a good
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because him is a good boy. All right, next up.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
Describe your husband's using. Wait. Oh, describe your husband using one on.
Only one word. As you can tell, my wife didn't.
She said, "Okay, I'm really bad at only picking one word. Tired?
Yeah.
No. Intelligent? No. Hardworking? No.
Yeah.
Extrovert? I don't know.
All those probably apply to me, especially the tired one.
That's good. That's good, mermaid.
Yeah.
That's a way to describe your husband.
Those feel like the characteristics of someone who's at least an 8 on the cool spectrum.
That's right. That's right.
Miss Topaz says that you are trustworthy.
Oh,
Oh,
I tried to be.
yeah. I agree with that. What is one? Oh, this is funny. What is one thing that you wish your husband would stop doing?
Oh my God.
Your wife
Oh.
says going all day without eating and leaving the car messy. This is why when you come home, you're like, "What we eating?" It done been 10 hours. I haven't eaten since the last time that I saw your face.
Yeah, guys, I do that because I like to work and get stuff done
Uh-huh.
before I even think about eating anything, and it's just a bad habit I picked up from working at Walmart.
When there's so much, you worked in produce at one point. Like,
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
did.
think there's so much food around me, I should eat something.
No, not when you have managers that hound you all your life.
About eating?
About getting processes done, about getting things done, about all that kind of stuff. You don't think about it. You just want, and a person like me, I don't like disappointing anybody. So I'm just focused on the matter at hand, trying to get it all done the right way, which I have help. I can, I'm the manager of this department. I can, delegate. But I want to do it right because they come to me with all this stuff. So I'm doing that stuff because they're hounding me and I got to get it done. So I'll just eat when I can. And that's what I've done.
I certainly
for
don't miss
years.
the whole retail side of things. Like that's a whole different world.
A whole new world.
I feel like that's gonna probably come up later, but let's see. All right, one thing your husband, or you wish your husband would stop doing. So yours was eating all day.
Oh gosh. Okay, Mermaid said she really wish you'd stop farting right next to her because she has to get up and move
listen.
every time.
One thing you need to know about my wife, and she thinks everything is a fart.
I should.
You know that sound you just made? If she's listening back to this, she's probably gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, somewhere in the world just flatulated." Like, now I'm not gonna say that is the case every time, but yeah. Who asked her anyway?
That question, dude.
All right. What's the most old man trait that your
gosh.
husband has?
Oh my god!
Apparently, you forget things.
Yeah, see, I
You
told
were, yeah, about the wrinkles.
The wrinkles. Something's wrong.
You
with
remembered that you told me that.
Me. Yeah,
That has to count for something.
You're right.
Do you remember what you're gonna say?
I don't remember what I'm gonna say. But no, no. I did take memory vitamins at one point in time, but it wasn't consistent.
What kind of vitamin do you take for memory?
I think it's the is it the ginkgos?
I don't know.
Yeah, the nature is it nature valley, natural valley, natural. It's the little green and yellow and other color bottles that come with like all different vitamins come in those things. But I always get the memory stuff because I'm a believer that things work. Just like I believe I'm drinking all this caffeine and I'm gonna act the way I believe I should act.
All right.
So I thought those memory vitamins definitely worked. But I mean, they probably do. I'm pretty sure that's the purpose of them. So they probably.
So why'd
help.
you stop taking them?
Oh, I just can't remember to take them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe I'll get to a consistent level of taking them daily, and then I'll just start to remember to take them. And it just
They're
becomes
clearly working.
habit.
I'm just like clearly working. I mean, I mean, maybe they do. I don't know. All right. What did she say is my old man trait?
All right. Chloe says your old man trait is that you wake up freakishly early.
Not by choice. Honestly, I do wake up at this point. At this point in the game, I kind of naturally wake up early.
You have to bleep that name out.
But at this point in the game, I do kind of like wake up early, but it's honestly out of like necessity, and my body has gotten used to it, and it just happens. But I've shared, I think even on this podcast before, how if I had the option to take like a vitamin or a pill or something that would cause me to not have to sleep, like if I could just keep going, I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
Like all day long, I would do that because
24 hours is not enough.
Yeah. Well, it might be enough. I don't know. I've never really had a full 24 hours to do it because I always have to sleep. So, but it's out of necessity. I work a job and I'm trying to make content here and do things, and then there's stream, and I still don't feel like I'm keeping up because there's always something in my life. There's always something that is not that's not being taken care of well enough or correctly. Because when I put all my time into work, then everything else falters. And if now I'm putting a fair bit of time into like Webby Pumpkin things and the web show as well as work. So it's work and Webby Pumpkin things. And what happens there is like there's less time for family, or I still don't have enough time to make all the content that I need to do for Webby Pumpkin. And then other things start happening. Like I had an issue with the vehicle. I've got a lawnmower that needs the blade sharpened. I had some stuff break on the patio, like some wood, one of the boards on the patio cracked. So I need to replace that. And there's just not enough time to fit all this junk. And so the only way that I can usually make things fit, and I go in, I get myself in like cycles of doing this, where the only way that I can actually make things fit is I just make myself get up earlier, but I don't go to bed any sooner until I can't actually do that anymore. Like I did that last week. I just go until I can't do it anymore. Where I'll just get up a little bit earlier. I'll try to leave the house. I mean, she gets mad at me occasionally if I try to leave the house too early. But like if I could get out the door at like 4:30 in the morning, I can be done with pretty much my entire like job usually by like 11. Like 11. So if something goes wrong, more like 12. And then I have from 12 till like basically 10 or 11 o'clock that night to do everything else that I need to do. And I'm usually crashing pretty hard around to the point that she gets frustrated with me because I can't really watch a show, because if I sit on that like love seat or anything next to her and we'd like turn on a show or do anything, I'm done. Like if I stop moving by that point, it's already 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I'm crashing, and I got to be up at least by 5 the next morning so I can do it all again. And unfortunately, I don't dislike my job, but unfortunately the nature of it is that I work pretty much 7 days a week every week. So I have a guy that checks once a month, 1 weekend a month right now I get off, but 2 weekends are just as normal, and then 1 weekend a month is a 13-hour day Saturday, 13-hour day on Sunday. And so when you look at the way that plays out, like it doesn't matter that I get the next Saturday and Sunday off because I worked those 8-hour shifts or 6-hour shifts 2 weekends prior when I did my long one. So it doesn't really pan out all that well. I'm going to zoom this in and see if that helps. It doesn't really pan out all that well. And so I just don't have a choice. I got to get up early. I just don't have a choice.
I get it because I've enjoyed, or I always liked having early shifts at Walmart just so I can get off as early as I can.
Yeah.
We would normally come in. Well, not normally. We would sometimes have to come in overnight, working like 12 to 7, 12 to 8,
like 12 p.m. to 7 or 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I enjoyed that because I'm leaving when people walking in the door of my normal shift 7 to 4. I'm getting up out of there, guys. Goodbye. You can have this place.
But that's hard because you've been up most tonight.
Yeah, I also liked 5 to 2s and 4 to 1s. Just something about doing stuff early and having the later day to yourself.
Feels like you can still get stuff done.
Yeah.
I definitely am right in line with that. Still not enough time though, because I keep thinking about other stuff that I need to add on. Like I really need to get into like a workout regimen or like go to the gym or something.
Dude, we do.
But when am I gonna fit that? What am I gonna do? Get up at go ahead and go to the gym at 12. That way I can work out for 2 hours, then go to work, and then do everything else, and then
why are you working out for 2 hours?
Well, I don't know if I really would work out for 2 hours. The gym that I was looking at is like 30 minutes away, and so really like a quarter of that is the commute, and then I guess I wouldn't have to for my job. Depending on what I'm doing after, I'd probably want to shower there after.
Yeah.
So just trying to build in some time for that, because when I used to do that at my last job, I would go and it would usually, I'd be 30 minutes there, and I'd be like 15 minutes from work. And then it would take me, I'd take like 10 or depending on if there was a shower free, you need to be anywhere between, 10 minutes to 30 minutes if you're having to wait for one. So just trying to do that. But there's not enough time to obviously go home, and it's a waste of gas because work was in between. And so to go home and then come back, I was wasting gas. It wasn't that good. It wasn't a good option for me. All right. Yeah. What's next?
What is your favorite memory of your husband? Mermaid said, excuse me. You guys' trip to Disney World, particularly,
Yep.
Your honeymoon and your crazy last minute overnight trip.
Yeah. Do you know about that last minute overnight
elaborate,
trip?
bro.
So that first weekend that I got off, didn't think that I was gonna have. I'd worked like basically doubles the entire day or entire week because I was working 2 jobs at that moment. And what I ended up doing was I ended up having basically 1 weekend off, and then it was time to go again, and I didn't know when I was going to get another one off again. And it was like 2 or 3 months before I got my first actual, like before I was on the schedule that I'm on now, like 1 weekend off a month. And so we hadn't done at that point. I had already been working for this company for 2 years without a single day off the entire time. And so we made this crazy decision where Friday night we left at like 9 p.m. We drove all night to Orlando, Florida, and we got at Hollywood Studios at the park we ended up doing. We got into Hollywood Studios about 30 minutes before the park opened. We brushed our teeth in the parking lot and everything and did that. And then we did an entire day in the park. And then we left that night, which would have been, Saturday night. And so we left that night. We stopped at a gas station rest area and like slept in the car for like 2 hours. And then I drove us the rest of the way back on basically what was the equivalent of Sunday morning. We ended up getting home about Sunday at noon, and then we crashed and everything, and I went back to work the next day.
Golly, man.
It was a wild time. We had a good time, and I would do it again. However, the older I'm getting, that's getting a lot harder. Like when we did our honeymoon trip, I was 20. She was 20 and I was 21, and when we did our honeymoon trip, I think that was our ages. And so we just drove all night, and it was fine, and we could totally do it. But now, I wish I didn't have to sleep. But now I'm tighter. How long have we been married? We've been married 6 years. Am I getting that right? Hold on. Let's think about when we got married. 6 years. And this March would be 7.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
My boy. Lil Webby.
Yep. We're kind of in between though anniversary and birthday because I'll be 29 next month. So.
Hey. September 10th.
Nope.
I mean 28. My bad.
That's the one.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Who's September? Somebody else is September 10th. That's why it's so.
I believe.
I remember birthdays.
Yeah. For the most part, you do.
For the most part.
Yeah, I will give you that. And you remember Pokemon names.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Because it's over 1,000 of those things.
Yeah. You remember the ones that you've like had or have a relationship with in some way. What's your favorite memory of your husband? Your wife says when he proposed to me with a song and had our entire family and friends list there.
Oh,
Let's
guys.
go.
8 years ago. Planned the whole thing that Monday. And then that Friday, it happened. We met at Tabella. And I wrote her a song.
That's like an Italian restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Within the week, because she loves pastas and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
So within that week, I wrote that song and planned it all and was messaging people, Facebook Messenger, all that kind of stuff. And just had that whole thing planned out, and she had no idea. She was trying to get us to stay where we kind of took a trip to stay. It was a 1-day trip.
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to get us to stay there, to eat there, then come back home. But I was like, no, we gotta go.
Yeah, you had a plan.
We gotta go home because da 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 da. But
I got reservations, baby.
That's right. So,
but not the type that make you not propose.
So everybody got there. We were there first, of course, and it so happened that some friends of ours who were a very important part of I guess that thing, Keizo.
Mm-hmm.
If they ended up showing up, and we actually sat beside them and ate with them, which was kind of perfect. And it might have been planned. I just don't remember. My vitamins kind of that's why I don't.
Yeah.
But I ended up having to go out to the car and get my wallet that I left in the car because I'm not going. I don't have the money to pay for this, or I was just gonna slip out and drive away, which would have been horrible.
No, because you left her in there, right?
Yeah. I left her in there. Went
That's
out
like,
getting my
you weren't
wallet, and they were there to talk to her, which is good. Oh, it was planned. It was definitely planned because she needed somebody to talk to in that moment. But when I walked out, everybody was just standing out there. A friend of mine's had my guitar ready to go.
Let's go.
Gave it to me and went back in with them. They had little candles in their hands. Oh, and I called the restaurant way before.
Good.
I think I called them Monday and asked them if it was something I can do, and it was like, man, yeah, sure, and da da da. So we got that done, and they had the whole thing. They had the lights. They turned the lights down, and everybody else in the restaurant was like, oh.
Like, what's
So
going
I
on?
Came in there, automatically playing like the intro of the song or whatever, and got over there in front of her with everybody behind her. She was so embarrassed and so shocked and surprised at the same time. Played the song out. We got it on. It's on YouTube. You could probably put the.
You
thing.
want me to drop the link to it?
Yeah, you can drop the link.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Drop
put the link
the
in the
link.
description.
And it was amazing, guys, and shot by Scott Sky. And I just really thankful for friends and family that supported us and continue to support us 8 years later.
That's cool, man. That's really cool. I'll definitely drop that for anybody that wants to like check it out and everything and see a younger Topaz.
Younger Topaz without these.
Yeah, that'd be good. Well, cool, man. That's a real cool way to do it. And I guess we'll lay this to rest, but we're assuming she said yes.
She kind of said no. She said yes.
Okay.
She said yes, man. She said yes.
Good deal, because it could have been a no and maybe a yes later, but since this is one of her favorite memories, it makes sense that she'd say yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of favorite memories, I guess, when did you realize that your husband was the one? Your wife said,
Like Neo.
Sure. Your wife said, when I realized that he actually loves me for me, even when I get on his nerves. Aw.
Ooh, that's so sweet.
Aw. She could
Yeah,
put that
she
in a
knows
Hallmark
herself.
card.
You know yourself very well.
She could put that in a
Miss
Hallmark card.
Topaz.
Mhm.
No. Yeah, man. I mean, it didn't take long at all. With me realizing that she was her, and it was a big step for me because our relationship was the longest relationship before marriage that I've ever been in.
Oh, really?
Growing up, so it was just, I don't know. It was the Lord, really.
You've never been married before her, right?
Yeah, man, 4 times.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
No, I haven't been married.
Okay.
I was never married before.
It's just the way that you said it. Like, that was the longest relationship before marriage I've ever been in. Like, the first one, we were dating
so I
for a
proposed to
month.
her on our 3-year dating anniversary.
Gotcha.
And we got married 10 months after that. So it was kind of long, but
Wow. So we kind of did the opposite thing where we didn't date all that long, but we had a fairly long engagement.
Yeah.
Which I don't know which one of those two things is the more normal. What is even normal nowadays, honestly? Who knows? Okay.
Mermaid wrote a whole lot on this thing.
Oh, go ahead and let me have it.
She
Just
says-
serenade me.
She
With her words.
realized you were the one when the first night you guys met. Technically, we had seen each other once before, but we literally said 2 words to each other.
Yeah.
I remember this story.
Yeah, do you?
We really met and got to know each other at a dance in high school. I told my stepmom at the time that night that
that
I
night.
wanted to marry him.
So that is kind of interesting. So it wasn't like a school dance, but we were both in like different clubs, if you could call it. They were like a boys fraternity and a girl sorority, but it really is something that's more akin to like Boys and Girl Scouts.
Mhm.
It wasn't Boys and Girl Scouts, but it was kind of something like that. And the two, like, they're brother and sister organizations, and the two came together for like a dance once a year. And so that I had seen her like one other time I'd gone down because I was ranked kind of high in the organization, so I would and I was 18, or I was about to be 18 because I was going to age out, but I was in office, so I didn't age out. So I was 17, and we had gone down like traveling around and helping with other like chapters, and that's where I first met her. She's working at a restaurant across the street, and then yeah. That restaurant's the building's still there, but that restaurant's not there anymore. Anyway, I met her there. We like she said, we said like 2 words to each other, and then she ended up coming up because her dad was in the was like one of the like parental figures or whatnot for the group that I was in, and so she came on up anyway and met him. And then obviously she was invited anyway because of the dance, and we ended up dancing. I danced with other people.
Dancing in the dark.
Well, I was
Ed Sheeran.
I was an official, so like I ended up dancing with other people. But mostly
You were a pimp.
no, it's one of those things where it's rude to only dance with one person.
Okay.
And like so, I danced with other people and was meeting them and talking with them. But we ended up like if you could imagine, there's like 20 dances, like 17 of them were probably with her, at least 15. And so we were talking, and then because her dad was like part of the like the group, we were all in the same hotel like suite, so she just came back with him and stayed in that hotel. And so that meant we were at the same hotel, so we ended up like standing outside in like the little stairwell and everything until basically curfew time.
Nice.
And just chatting and everything like that. And so she did though. Her stepmother at the time she went home and she was like, I'm gonna marry that boy. And
That's awesome.
And she actually did, but it took a while. We definitely went through some different things before then, because if you look at it, you know, knowing her at 17 and then getting married in my 20s to her, like we didn't date that whole time, so like it was just crazy. But it probably wouldn't have really worked out because we lived like 2 hours away from each other, and we were kids. I mean, like that wouldn't have worked out. It honestly probably worked for the best.
You were just
waiting when we did.
Guys, I got to sing this song at this wedding tomorrow.
Yeah, you are singing a song at a wedding tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, it says we were just kids when we fell in love. So
because everybody
your story reminds me of everything.
Well, yeah, and because everybody dances to Ed Sheeran now.
That's right.
That's actually is the number one like first dance song. So Thinking Out Loud is the number one.
That's the one we danced to
for 4
8 years ago.
I think for 4 years in a row, maybe 5. I can't remember now. It has been the number one most danced to song at weddings, which is crazy that it's still doing that. But I mean, it kind of makes sense. What is that one thing that is so classically your husband? Your wife says he will burst out in song or a rap at random times of the day. That is kind of classic, Topaz. You did it. You've literally done it like twice in this podcast. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not a rapper, guys.
Well, sorry. The rap part, you might need to address her. The rap part's not real.
I've had experience in the past with the group I was a part of
rapping
years ago. I definitely have to get somebody to write a rap for me, and then I can do it.
You can do it. You just can't. You're just not a writer.
I'm not a rap.
Not a rap writer. Yeah. That's fine. I can wrap Christmas presents, and that's about as far as I get, man.
You know, I get excited every Christmas wrapping presents, and I'm the only one in the house that can do it. I don't want anybody else to do it. But I've given Miss Topaz
some authority on it.
Yeah, time with that, and you know, it's just something I like doing.
I was the best one and like best Christmas wrapper in our family until I got married, and now Chloe has this idea that hers is the best way to do it.
She is,
and she's right, but
artist. She's very creative.
She does a good job. I like things to be really meticulously done, though, and she does as well. But she just does a really good job with it because she'll like make different things, like make different bows out of like crazy stuff. I've seen this woman. This is not Christmas present related, but we went to see Batman versus Superman, and last minute our friends that were going were like, "Why don't we dress up?" And I was more of a Team Superman kind of guy. They were Batman people, so they dressed up. And so I had a Superman shirt, so I just wore like a button down over that and then left it unbuttoned so you could see the super, and it was super, super easy. As a guy, I watched Mermaid make a Wonder Woman outfit out of 2 t-shirts and a sock. I'm not kidding.
I believe you.
I may have to try to find that photo and everything and throw that up in post so everybody can see it. Just stupid what she can do. So like, it makes no sense to me. But whatever thing. What's one thing that she said is so classically me? Probably my wrinkly brain or my devilish good looks or my coolness factor.
He starts thinking and then he does
talking.
He starts talking and then he does this cute thing where he just doesn't stop. I agree. Well, it's not cute though, but to me, it's not cute to me.
It could be cute to you, whatever. I wasn't gonna judge you.
It's very informative to me.
Really?
And, very. It
The best part is you don't
strengthens
remember,
my
so I get to
listening.
tell you again tomorrow.
strengthens helps with my listening skills.
I tell you, look, and I've tried to get you to speak more, especially like as the podcast is going on. I'm seeing you become more of a speaker. I remember, I definitely remember I was the kid in high school that got in trouble a lot for talking. And why are you laughing?
I can see it, bro.
I was definitely the kid who got in trouble a lot for talking, and then I went on to university and was a performer and a public speaker. One of my first career jobs was a career in communication and media, and now I speak to people on the internet and have a following. And this is a part of my job and what pays the bills and everything. So take that, Miss Johnson. That's what I got to say about that. Part of my living is talking now, and I literally. So this is crazy. This is something that just today, Topaz, and I don't know, because, I've obviously got too many irons in the fire, and I already don't have enough time to do everything. But I would love to replace a job that I have with this thing. But today, I literally had this on a whim thing where I thought it would be really cool to get a job on the radio. At this point now, I've had enough practice with being in front of a microphone and hearing my own voice that so you know how nobody likes the sound of their own voice.
Definitely.
And you're in a microphone a lot, so you might have come to the same point that I'm at, but I am at a point, maybe not so much with my singing voice, but especially with my speaking voice, I'm at a point where it doesn't bother me to hear my own voice anymore.
Yeah.
Not the recorded version of my voice. I'm not there with singing, and I don't know what you would say with it, but it just, I hear my voice. I'm actually at a point where it feels weird. Like right now I have each of us monitored into these headphones right now, and I do that for streaming because it as a little experiment right here, if I can hear my voice in this microphone, I know that you can hear it. But if I turn around right here and I start getting quieter to my ears, like I just did that, it's an indicator immediately, because I'm kind of, when I'm streaming or even when I'm doing this, like production wise, I'm like a one-man show. Like I'm controlling everything from this seat. And it's just my own monitor. It gives me tactical feedback immediately, because I know if I cannot hear me, you cannot hear me.
Yeah.
And so anyway, that has gotten me very used to hearing myself, and it doesn't bother me. But I think it'd be a lot of fun. I would want to be on like talk show radio, obviously. I don't think I'd be like a good like radio jockey or anything. Like I don't know if I'd. What are you thinking?
I was just thinking about Topaz and Webby's radio show.
Do you have the availability for something like that?
No.
We're definitely talking about like Monday through Friday every morning. That.
No.
Yeah, I don't even know how to get my foot in the door with something like that, guys. Anybody that's listening, like seriously, if there's someone here that's listening that knows how to get started in radio, put that in the comments or at me on Twitter at Webby Pumpkin. Do something, because I genuinely am entertaining the idea of this. Like I think that could be really fun. So I'm interested. I'm interested in that. You're awesome. All right. If applicable, we're skipping. If applicable, what does your husband do with the kids that makes you extremely happy? So we don't have any kids, so it's not applicable for us. But your wife says with your kids that he plays silly games with them to make them laugh. He's just very loving towards them.
Dude, my kids are me 100%.
Are they?
They are goofy. They are all over the place. They are clumsy. They go, well, I don't think I do this as much anymore because I'm cautious of the world and the dangers of the world, but they just go anywhere that, no, they'll pass up a caution sign. They'll go into dangers, just like my son and these cats we got. He got scratched in the face. It was pretty crazy scratch. And all he did was went into the room, told his mom he got scratched, and she asked why. He's like, I threw the cat.
He threw the cat
in the air. He was watching a show and they was just tossing stuff, so he threw the cat in the air, and I guess, I don't know how it ended up happening, but
in his little mind he was like, what's the closest thing? You.
Well, no, since we just got these cats or these kittens, he wants one Star to be all with him all the time. He wants that kitten to just be his second or third arm, is just crazy. He won't, and I get onto him a lot. It's like, all right, dude, you gotta let the cat, wander around.
I bet
let
these
the cat
cats are gonna be
do
great
it-
for him though.
do what they want to do and all that stuff. But anyway, he said that, and then after saying that, he goes right back to Star, and I don't know if he threw her again in the air, but he did the day after because I saw the shadow of the cat flying in the air while I was in my game room, and I had the door open, and they were in the living room, and the lights just shadow right there in the hallway, and I just see, and I hear, and I see the cat flying. I'm like, I know he did not just throw that cat in the air. So yeah, he is all over the place. He's excited. He's great, and he's smart, and I just want them to have a life of, and I think, did I say something about this earlier, about my personal,
Yeah,
kinda
like your upbringing.
which it was great. Not seeing my mom, was like, and she was a single mom, and she had 4 of us, and she did an amazing job with us, and I was a mama's boy, and we did so much stuff together, karaoke, all that stuff, and we were really goofy because I get mines from her. But they are, I want them to have a whole lot more. And then I'm the type of person that avoids violence and avoids negative stuff, and I want to share that with them and let them, have fun in life. And it's just great. I love them. They are, TJ is Topaz Jr. He's 5. He'll be 6 next month.
Wow.
No, in October. And Raya, she's 3. She'll be 4 in January. And they're just the most happy, laughing, silliest toddlers or humans on the planet, and in my eyes, and I just love them. My wife, she's different from us, so she has to deal with 3 kind of all over the place extroverts,
Yeah.
while she's definitely an introvert.
Do you think Raya's an extrovert? Because obviously
think
she's
she is,
loud and
man.
flamboyant with like you guys, but she is not like that when I come around. Like
Well,
she's super reserved.
Of
course, she's a kid, but-
has to get used to it, but she'll go to anybody. Well, I mean, she probably has some walls up or something with different situations, but
That's probably good.
she's I mean, there's just some really out there children,
Yep.
and that'll probably die down as they get older. So more than likely,
It didn't with
they
you.
wouldn't want to put up with me. Hey, now I'm a boy.
No, I didn't like. I'm not saying anything bad about you. I rather like your outrageous tendencies and your loudness and how
Yeah.
excited you. There are a few adult men that I rub shoulders with, or that I know in my life, that actually would just be genuinely. You trying to rub shoulders?
No,
We're
you
so
gotta.
stupid.
There's a line. You can't go past the line.
Why does this sound like a conversation about consent? Because like now we're gonna rub shoulders. He's like, yeah, but there's a line, and you better not cross it. Like, know your place, pumpkin. Gosh, like, but no, for real. Like, there's not very many people I know. There's no one that I know like you. But there's not many people that I know that would just be like, when you're excited about something, or when something's important to you, or like anything like that. I more than feel like I see that you embrace that. Like,
Mhm.
you're not gonna. So, for example, some people that we know IRL or whatnot probably think it'd be really dumb or whatnot for like 28, 30-year-old men to play Pokemon or Pokemon Go or anything like that. And that might sometimes creep into your mind and you care about that. But for the most part, you present to me that you don't let anything like that stop you. And
No,
hopefully
dude.
this bolsters that, even vice versa. Because like whether I've had people like comment even on like certain hats and things that I have, it's like, oh, it's a stupid hat, don't wear that, like you're too cool for a hat like that. And what I realize is, like, not in a malicious way, but like, who cares what people think?
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's not a person that has like any kind of like direct access to my life, because all I'm doing, if I overly care about what someone thinks about me, then all I'm actually doing is granting them access to control that aspect of my life, and I don't have enough room for that. And but anyway, I just love that because you'll get excited or make loud noises, be like, I know, right, in the middle of a GameStop with me or play trivia or whatever it is. And there's probably plenty of times where you're like, man, I'm kind of loud and crazy, and this pumpkin dude needs to tone it down. There's probably been moments that have happened like that. But anyway, I don't know. I really don't think that I know a single other adult, male, especially male, that is like me in that way, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Not saying that you're like a copy of me. We're obviously different, especially when it comes to Pokemon. But I like that. I like that we literally just
burst out.
Yep, that's what you do. I like that we literally just bounce off of that and just genuinely enjoy the same things.
Yeah.
So anyway,
at the end of the day, what I do is what I like, and you can't stop me from doing that because I'm going home to do this because the stuff that I do, like Pokemon, all that other kind of stuff, is just mind calmers, relaxers for me.
Cozy.
Yeah. Cozy for me.
And we definitely do tough stuff too. Like Bread and Fred ain't cozy, but I had a great time playing it with you on stream Thursday. So
God of War ain't cozy either.
No, but it made me feel good sometimes when his boy, I love you. Like, all right, what we got left? We're actually rolling along pretty well, and I don't think we have very many things left.
Does your husband say or do anything to your pet or pets that you wish he would say or do to you? Interesting. Mermaid said you give your pup treats when he lays down. You just tell me that I need to get up.
So does she want?
Dang.
The next time she goes and like takes a nap or anything, I'm just gonna go in there with like a donut or something. And part of me, I said that as a joke to be like a little condescending and like playful. But actually, she'll probably really like that. She'll probably really like a donut. But yeah. All right, so I like this question in general. I think it's really funny. Your wife said, maybe close me in the room and tell the kids not to bother me so I can be alone.
Yeah, this is very new.
Yeah.
With the kittens. And they're almost 3 months. And
so you close them in and be like, kids, leave the cats alone?
Yeah, and like most of the time gosh, this is a great comparison. This is a really good answer to a really good question.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm learning from it. That's good. I never thought about that. But you're right, because you're home with them way more than I am, and
yeah,
you need that time, and you enjoy, like when we all go to sleep. That's like your time to, have your time and all that good stuff. But I got you. I'm learning from this. I hear you.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah,
Will
definitely.
you marry me?
Oh, you got to sing it.
Darling, will you marry me?
Is that actually the song?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Link in the description, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Have you thought about putting it on Spotify yet? Like a revenue stream? Is it on Spotify?
I don't know, man. I never thought about it.
You want to record it? We got all the equipment left over.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, man.
Because we got all this. Bring that sound thing back.
Okay.
Do you still have it in the car?
I have access to it. No.
Oh, perfect. That's fine.
But I have access to it.
And it'll fit great in your new ride.
Oh
yeah! He just got a new car. Plenty of room. So, yeah, let's record it. That'd be fun. That's really cool. And you're right. Like, so she's there most of the time with them right now. So just having that like reset moment has got to make a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Big
I
difference.
love her LOL behind that.
Yeah.
Maybe close me in the room and tell the kids not to bother me so I can be alone. I love that LOL.
Mm-hmm.
She was so real, so for real about it. That's how she felt.
Yeah, she could have, honestly, you could replace that LOL with write this down. Like, I mean, kind of. What is the most thoughtful thing that your husband has done for you lately? Surprised me by cleaning while me and the kids were gone. You've just been cleaning?
Always, man. When I have time to just myself,
mm-hmm.
I look around and be like, okay, this needs to be done. This needs to be done. And I'm so tired of this. Because them cheering. Guys, if you have kids, if you have toddlers, well, are they toddlers still? I don't know what toddler age is. If you have little 3 to 5 year olds that have many of toys and don't know how to keep their stuff in their room. Bring it. They have to bring it to the
Every
living
kid.
room. They have to bring it to the kitchen. They have to bring
Yes.
it to our room. Then a lot of time there's gonna be cleaning involved. And
Yes.
when I'm alone, they're not in my ears and they're not doing this thing. So I feel like that's a perfect time to wash dishes or pick up toys, and clean the house.
Yeah.
So, and then I just love letting it be a surprise, because we hadn't even talked about it. So I just like to do it and try to get it done real fast before they come back. And they come in there like, oh, well, my kids don't care, but
But she's noticed. She
Yeah.
put it in the survey, so that's great. Yeah.
Mermaid said, what was the question again? What is the most thoughtful thing that your husband has done for you lately? Took me out. Wait, were you going to say something about?
I was, but you can go ahead. I mean, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
No, I was just going to talk about how it's the perfect opportunity to like throw in your headphones or whatnot, pull up the web show, listen to that while you clean, stay in the know.
Yeah.
It's the perfect opportunity. So husbands, take notes. Web show and cleaning. Make happy wife. Go ahead.
Mermaid said you took her out for a day downtown for her birthday.
I did do that. In fact, because we're getting older, and so we celebrated that age. Now we went down there, and basically how we did it, instead of doing a like a present type thing that kind of was her present, and then there was like an amount of money that I gave her, and because she likes shopping and the thrill of like finding the things that she wants and everything. And so I basically
She's
just
a smart shopper as well too.
Yeah. Well, and it's crazy too because she was expecting like a smaller amount of cash than what I actually gave her, so there's a lot left over. But she's got a trip coming up in October, and so she's going to just take the remainder and put towards that. So it's
Dude,
good.
I think my
She had a
wife
good
has
time.
a trip coming up.
Oh, is
Or
it like the
had a
last
trip,
week of
or
October,
Has a trip.
or is it sooner than October, or is it in October that she has a trip?
I don't remember.
We could probably make something happen,
Hey,
unless you're watching the kids. I mean, we could still make something happen, but you might be watching the kids.
I do have cheering and kittens now.
So next question. I think this is yours, right?
What is the craziest thing that your husband has ever done for you? Mermaid said you agreed to a
Spur of the moment.
spur of the moment overnight trip to Disney.
It's true. I kind of almost forced her hand in it, actually, but I'm glad she put it that way. And y'all
Dude,
know the story already now.
When
but
are y'all going to Disney again?
I don't know.
Not-
I'd like
not
to.
on the books.
Probably not.
Do not go without us.
Deal. It's probably not until I get. So I've shared a little bit on stream and everything. I'm not going to go into detail with it here, but whenever my vehicle messed up and everything, and I had to buy that truck to have the replacement for work, and then like last year's taxes, that probably all has to be paid down before we can do any kind of exorbitant spending like that. And I don't know. That doesn't feel to me right now. It doesn't feel like that's going to be soon. It's probably going to be maybe over a year from now. Who
Mhm.
knows? I hope not, but we'll see. So good for you. She can't think of anything crazy. Maybe it'll come to her later.
Shoot, I feel like the proposal was crazy and different, and
It is different.
not in the comfort zone, especially for me.
Yeah.
I would have never.
Or maybe for her. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't imagine her being comfortable sitting in a room like with that happening around her. But it's her favorite memory, so apparently I'm
Right.
wrong. Like that's what she said in the survey.
She was so extremely nervous or embarrassed or hidden, and couldn't stop smiling, and it was just like appreciate it. And I know it made her feel real good because that's never happened. So let's see.
All right, well let's knock these other two out because we're right at
Oh, we got
time. We'll
two
just do these
more?
two.
Great.
Yeah, but we can do them together. So it's who would you pick to
Who
play
would you
your
pick
husband
to play your husband?
Yep.
uh,
in a
in a movie about your life?
That's not what I meant together. I meant these two. Who would you pick to play your husband in a movie about your life? And then who would you pick to play yourself? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, at least off the top of my head, who these people are that your wife picked. So I'm gonna need you to actually help me.
You do know these people.
I might do, but I don't know if I know them by name.
Okay.
So that's the problem. I'm trying to pick. So help me. You read the name for them. I know this is different how we do
They're
it.
both in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Help me put a face with the name. So who did she pick? Who would she pick to play you?
Idris Elba.
Idris. Okay.
Idris
see,
Elba.
I didn't know if it
Ugh.
was Idris or Idris. I didn't want to say it wrong.
Idris
Elba. Who is Idris?
Idris is
Help me put a face with it. You don't
Thor.
remember?
No. I'm trying to Bifrost. Thor.
Oh, oh
Yeah.
yeah, man, yeah.
That's him.
Can we do that for Halloween?
I would like for him to be like my uncle or my dad. Not
at the
knocking
same time.
not knocking my own dad.
Two
I love my
different
dad,
universes.
but Idris is like he's awesome.
All right, see, my wife picked James McAvoy, but with a beard. So
Who's James McAvoy?
if I'm not mistaken, isn't he the guy? Oh wait, actually, I think I'm thinking of the wrong person. Oh gosh, now I got to Google him.
Look him.
I thought it was the
up.
person. I think it's the person from
Oh, is it,
Enchanted.
Oh,
I think.
No,
Nope,
no,
I was wrong. What is this? Is this the dude? Who are he? Oh, this is Professor Xavier, but the
That
young
is
one.
Professor Xavier.
You
the young
know?
one.
Yeah, I can see it
Give him some facial hair and a little bald head. Oh, there it is. No,
without the facial hair. Let's try it. Listen, you with beard.
with
Just gonna look up
beard.
with beard. I know you guys can't see this on here, but yeah, I don't see it. His beard's super red. All right, we'll keep moving there.
I see it.
Who would she pick to play herself? And so,
You want to go? Oh, Jennifer Lawrence is what your wife said.
yeah, that's what she said. I mean, yours was, I don't know if I'm gonna say her last name correctly. Zoe Saldana? Is that how you say it?
Zeldana.
There's
Zoe
no O in
Saldana.
that.
Zeldana.
Donna. Okay, Donna's usually D-O-N-A.
It's
but
Gamora, bro.
I was gonna ask you because I thought that's who it was.
Yeah.
But I wasn't 100% sure on that.
Yeah.
And then, okay, Jennifer Lawrence. Everybody knows Jennifer Lawrence. Okay, I could definitely listen. Miss Topaz picked good.
She did.
She picked really
I can see them,
solid,
definitely.
really solid.
They've done something together. Oh, I mean, I guess the MCU.
Yeah, MCU.
But yeah, that works.
Yeah,
I can see it.
I seriously want to see you dress up as as Idris, for Halloween. Especially with your hair the way it is right now. Like you could really.
Well, I mean, he don't. Those were not his,
Sure,
but the locks. I mean,
but he made him his.
yeah. I mean, they made it was perfect.
That'd be really cool. That's
But
really
what would
cool.
the movie be?
It's your life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Movie about your life.
We'll
That's
call
cool.
it "Will You Marry Me," and it'll take place in an Italian restaurant.
A.
I hope Idris can sing, and if he can't,
A.
if he can sing, it's a rom com, and if he can't sing, it's a comedy. So, all right, let's do this as our last question because we're low over time, and we'll jump into it. What was your first impression of your husband? Your wife says he's really cute and seems very down to earth and fun to be around. I love his eyes.
Oh,
That's what she
gosh.
sounded like. She said it just like that. I love his eyes.
She told me that all our lives together.
That whole thing, or just I love your eyes.
I love your eyes. I love your eyes. I love your eyes. Your eyes. Your eyes.
She said, "I love your
Mine
eyes."
were her eyes are
But,
beautiful, and
honey.
her smile. That was
Ooh.
mine's. Well,
Yeah.
that was the same thing for her. I
Yeah.
just dropped some.
What? Oh, that's fine. She said, "Listen, your eyes are beautiful, but honey, that butt, we gotta work on it." Yeah, let's go to the gym together.
I just need to do some squats and stuff.
And that little lunge
Mermaid
thing.
said, "We'll move on."
Yeah.
He's really into music, and that he was very romantic.
Oh, well, thank you.
Look at
Oh.
you.
And she noticed how she said "was."
Oh.
Oh, nah. No, it's all good.
Oh.
It's all good, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been fun. Hopefully, I feel like I got to know you better. Like, to be completely honest, I feel like I got to know you better.
Dude, there's one
which is
more question.
Yeah, but your wife didn't answer it.
Okay.
That's why we threw it.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yep. Anyway, I feel like I got to know you a little bit better from this experience and
Mhm.
everything, and so yep.
Same.
And I said your wife didn't answer it. Let the record show, since it said that neither of our wives really answered it. You know, why not? We said, if you could describe your life as a TV show or movie, what would it be and why? My wife said, I have literally sat here for over an hour now thinking and Googling, and I just can't find a movie or a TV show that I feel like describes my life. LOL, sorry. And your wife said,
Literally can't think of
so
one.
it's out there now, but with the beginning, we're like, let's just skip that one. And I guess it's funny. So, and you thought of like 12. Yeah, that's okay. All right, anyway, guys, thank you so much. Topaz, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, man, I really enjoyed this. This was cool.
This was
We should
fun.
Find something else to
To do?
do.
I'd seriously open invitation to the wives if you want to do something that sounds fun.
If you got any suggestions out there, guys,
Yeah, throw
make
it.
sure they're clean,
Yeah,
and we'll do them.
Yep.
Be great.
that's right. Throw in your headphones, listen to the web show, clean it up, post it.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, thank you so much for listening and commenting and liking and subscribing. No matter where you're listening, hey, we do this every Monday, usually coming out at around 11 or 12 p.m. Eastern time. every Monday on YouTube and wherever Spotify or wherever you like to listen to your podcast. If that is on Spotify, you can also comment and do the poll, guys. But no matter where you listen to, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, because that helps out with our placement, honestly, on all of those platforms. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe there. We've also been posting some other content as well as going live there. Or if you want to be a part of the conversation, you can find me on Twitter at WebbyPumpkin. You can also connect with me every Tuesday and Thursday night over at twitch.tv/WebbyPumpkin. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we talk about all kinds of stuff. I'd love for you to jump in. Topaz is even sometimes in the chat. And
That's
lately,
right.
we've been playing a little bit of Bread and Fred together. And we're okay at it. And that's the best that I can say about it
Better
right
than
now.
playing with a rock.
Better than me playing with the Dwayne the Rock.
Dwayne the Rock.
Would love for you guys to hang out. But no matter what, hey, be sure to like, comment. Like I said, hey, when you comment, tell us what you think about the show or anything that you agreed with or disagreed with inside of the episode. If you enjoyed this, you thought it was fun, maybe share it with a friend that you think would enjoy it as well. And if you can't think of anything to comment, then drop your favorite emoji. Don't forget to check out in the description. We're going to have a link to Topaz's proposal because we make poor life decisions, like we said at the beginning. We want everybody to know it. No,
You're also going to post that picture of mermaids.
I'm also going to post that. Seriously, it's 2 t-shirts and a sock, guys. Thank you so much, Topaz. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I thought it was a really good time, and we will catch you guys in the very next episode next Monday.
Web's out.
Web's out.